Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 20 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 14, a series of exclusive sketches, and this one was created by Claudia Henderson. And you can find all the sketches on Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life on Facebook. I have a couple of dog pictures, and I am still working on using up some of this Echo Park embellishment, but that's all I have left for these, my dog, and I love my dog collection. So I do have some die cuts that I have, that I want to use. I've not used them yet, at least those little doggy ones and stuff. I've got tons and tons of dog embellishments. This stack right here doesn't really work with what I'm doing color-wise, or it's mostly wordy bits. I need more icons, people. But anyway, so I did pull out a handful that I think have things on it that I want to use. And I'd love to get a bunch of this stuff used up because I really, really, really need to use the embellishments. So I got papers and scraps, I've got die cuts, I've got embellishments, I've got my pictures and the sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I do pick this Karen Foster paper that I got at Tuesday morning. There are, when you used to buy paper there, it was 25 sheets. So it's called Walking My Dog. And on the actual paper, they are walking the dog, but you can't really tell because of the way I am going to end up trimming down and matting my paper with it. So I didn't want to give it too much of a border, only because that Karen Foster paper is thin. It's not cardstock. So I decided I did not think I wanted to have a bunch of blank white paper. So I used Distress Mica Spray in Antique Bronze by Ranger. And I also used Vintage Photo, and I finished it out with Desert Sand Shimmer Spray, which is a Delusions Shimmer Spray by Diane Reevely, and let that dry while I matted my pictures and everything. I matte my one picture, the larger picture, on some American Crafts black paper with bones, white bones on it. And then I just matte that smaller picture of my son and our dog on like a blue paper that goes pretty well with the things that I'm going to, be using for like the little tag that I use as the title at the bottom. So this has a place for 3 pictures, but instead of a third picture at the bottom, I'm going to use a tag, or, well, it's kind of like a tag. And so, but with my die cut machine, I made these little camera movie rolls. I love these. They're so cute. And I made 2, one in black and one in a red. And that way I was able to flip-flop the little bits and pieces that go in the camera, so that it was more distinctive and didn't all look the same. And then I just start messing around and trying to build clusters. And at first I was struggling. I made way too many things in that brown, which is a scrap of paper. I think from a Recollections paper pad or something, like a camping paper. And so I went and pulled my die cut machine out and made them in the blue that I matted my picture in, as well as I made some the dogs and a couple bones in black. So that gave me the black, the blue, the red, and the brown. And so I was able to build the clusters a lot better after that. It was just too much brown. It was piling up on top of each other, and I needed a little more distinction. So I literally just build clusters out of the bones, the little doggies, and the stickers that I have pulled, which are over there on the left side. And then I made the little arrow thing down at the bottom. I thought that was so cute, and I did not want to have to back it. So I know I could have cut it out again in another color, and I'll do that in the future if I want. But I could cut it out of my die cut machine again in another color and use those inserted arrows to fill in the arrow parts. But I decided I just put it flat on the white, and some of the things popping through are the mixed media, but other than that, it's just solid white, and I'm fine with that. I just start tucking the dog bones and the little doggies everywhere. I put one of these black traced out pictures or stickers in all 3 of the clusters. I got the dog down in the bottom cluster. It's a little fluffier than my dog, but it was pretty close. Pretty accurate. And then I have the leash up in the top, and the leash says going for a walk, which is what they were doing. And then I put a little dog bone that's like traced out in that cluster over on the right. So I wanted to have those in all 3 clusters. And then just a plethora of the little doggies and the dog bones. And then I have a couple of the little arrows from that die cut at the bottom that I'm going to tuck in a couple of places as well. And then also I have a bunch of the dogs left over. I have on the sketch that bottom right cluster goes from the tag all the way down to the corner of the layout. And I thought instead of going all the way down, I would just kind of keep it right there next to the picture. But also I didn't come all the way down because I don't want to like spread it out too much. So I actually started putting some of the dogs on top of each other, and it kind of makes it look like they have a shadow, which I love because I think it turned out really cute. If I do say so myself. I do want to finish filling in that space up at the top where that little going on a walk and the leash is. So I'm going to put a couple of more things up in that area. I think a couple of dog bones, and so that it doesn't have that big random gap there. And I did tuck in that little dog dad tag up there in the top because the picture on the left is my son and his dad and our sweet Rocky. And so I have 3 of those tags. I don't know how I ended up with 3 sets of the ephemera for that. It's why I have so much left over. And so I don't have a ton of pictures left to document that would have his dad in there. And so I wanted to make sure any opportunity I had that I put that in there. So, and this is where I'm putting those little arrows from the die cut. And then I have some little recollections, dog paws, and they're kind of like, they almost look styrofoamy. They're foamy. They're super cute, and I love them, but I only had 2 left. So I put them in the bottom cluster and then right up there by that tag. And I really love the way this turned out. It's so cute. And I do love those die cuts. I am really pretty new to using a die cut machine other than my Cricut. And so it was a lot of fun. So I hope you'll go check out everybody else who is hopping along with 30 Days of Sketches. I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up below if you like this video or my layout. I would definitely love it if you'd subscribe if you have not already. And I hope you'll come back and see me again because I'll be here every day this month. Have a great day, and I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping!